Going back to an old relationship, old job, friends is one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my life. And I have evidence to prove that. Okay. I broke up with someone years back, went back. What did I do? I went back to solve the same problems that I haven't finished. And did it work? No, it did not. Okay. Another example, went back to another job. I had left it for the reason that I've left that job. I came back, the same issues were there. Did it help me? No. And what happened? The worst. I regretted why I had gone back there. Okay. So things like relationship, past relationship, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, those have to go. If you really want to climb the mountain, you have to leave the baggage that will weigh you down. You cannot go up there carrying that baggage. You want to create room for something new? You need to drop that thing. Get into the habit of, once you've dropped it, don't pick it up. No. It's for you to go. Don't look back. Those who are Christians, you know the story of the Lot's wife. She turned back, and what happened? She turned into a pillar of salt. Okay? So always look forward. Look ahead. Where are you going? You're going forward, right? That's where you're going. Okay? I always tell people when I date, if you leave me, you have no place in my life again. It's over. I move forward. I look up and forward. That's what I do. And it was worked the whole time I've implemented it. Those times that I started doing things that doesn't make sense, I had a lot of problems. Okay? Same as cities. Sometimes you grow up in a city, you decide to move and go somewhere else. And if you go back there, you realize that things have changed. You're now big. You're not talking to, your social circles have changed. People, they won't understand you. They'll be like, oh, she's full of herself. She thinks she's special. She thinks she's that. They're not going to accept that you've elevated and you've gone up. You've put effort to be a better person, not to be associated with the area that you've grown in. You're not there. You left for a reason. You are elevating, which is quite good. You are also allowed to drop those people, even those people that you grew up, your friends. If they're not believing that you've elevated and they didn't elevate with you, it's time to drop. That's why you see the rich people, they don't hang around with poor people. That should teach you a lesson. Rich people, they don't hang around with poor people. It's always the rich hanging around with the rich. So why should you be hanging around doing the opposite? No. I think we have to copy those people who have been successful in life and watch how they do things. Okay? We do exactly that. The world is too big to go back to old places. Too big. Why do you want to go to old places? Why do you want to go to people you've left? Old relationships, old girlfriends. There's so many people in this world. So many people. The lesser people you know, the better. And sometimes when you go back to especially old relationships, girls, the next person, he wants to finish you. They'll give you a child. The worst thing you can ever do is to have a child with someone who you don't get on with. That's the worst mistake ever. You're always going to be attached to that person, whether you like it or not. Because you have a child together. This is something that you cannot just take away from someone. The child will always want to know, who's my dad? They will always speak, even if when you don't want to speak to them. But later in life, you're going to make that conversation of explaining who the dad is. Okay? So don't go back. You say you don't want the person. If you don't have a child, glory to God for that. Now you can move on without anything that will remind you where you have left. You don't want to go back where you've left. No. So we don't go back because the world is too big. That's how I see it. The world is too big to be just hanging around going back to those people just because it's a familiar place, it's someone I've known, the devil you know is better. All those statements I don't talk about. I don't do that. I don't repeat them. The devil I know is what? No. If it's the devil, I leave. That's it. I don't go back to the devil. He will destroy me. Those familiar faces, no. I've known you in the past. That's it. I don't want to go back again to that person. The reason why I left is the reason why I'm not going to come back. So, never go back to old relationships, old jobs, even some of the cities where you grew up. If people, they won't understand you. If people did not go up with you in the success trajectory, they're not going to understand you. So better be by yourself. I hope this was helpful, guys. You take care and don't forget to subscribe, share the video, leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. You take care. Bye-bye.